Hello again. This is Mr. Pang from ILTI. Today we are going to look at Unit 5 for Week 4 of Upper FCE for Upper FCE students. Now let's take a look at the page given here, and that page is 58 and 59. 58 to 59. Now we are going to look at the topic reading, or in Malaysian usage we say comprehension. This is on multiple choice, right? And multiple matching instead. Multiple matching. Now in this case, we are going to read about 5 persons, and they are given in A, B, C, D, and E. 5 different persons who became imposters. You look at the big word here, imposters. That means they are not really what they claim to be. They are somebody else, but they claim to be what they're supposed to be. For example, they claim to be the daughter of a Russian king, and she was found out to be not really true. The daughter who didn't survive. Now let's take a look at the word again. Imposters refer to people who try to behave or act as somebody else and not what they claim to be. They are different people. So I want you to know that this is for reading comprehension. Time is limited. You have to be very fast. We cannot read the whole thing and finish it in time because you have limited time. So please, I ask you to read by skimming. Read fast. Go through all the 5 minutes very fast. Then when we come to the questions here on the previous page, and the page 50, yes, 8, number 4. Our question starts here, question 4. Now I'm going to ask you to do this again. You have to read the passage on page 59 very quickly and know who are these 5 people, 5 imposters. And then when you know who they are, then we can answer the questions fairly easily. You understand who they are. Now, very soon you find that you're given some idea what you can do about these people who are imposters. Now, sometimes if you read fast enough, you don't need to read everything, but you can grasp the idea, what they try to behave and act to become somebody else. Sometimes you call them fraudster or cheats. And one of them is very famous. That's number C, Frank Abagnale. And you may have seen him in a movie called Catch Me If You Can. He became a pilot, doctor, everything, and he had no training experience whatsoever. Yet he could go through all this impostering other, people who are in their jobs and so on. And he could pass through without any hindrance. All right, let's come back to this. Now, once you have the 5 person under your control, after reading through, you find that there are some, for example, A, Dr. James Barry. Actually, this person is a real doctor, if you read carefully. But she claims to be a male, and she was not a male, because she has served in the military in the old days in the 19th century. So after reading this, you get the idea that this is a real doctor, but not a man. In the second case, we read carefully. I'm just trying to skim through with you. Now, if you read through this, Frederick, right, and you find that this guy claims to be a younger person. Age is the problem here. Third one is a real hero of the fraudster. He became so famous that the American government employed him to find out who are those who want to cheat them. And the second last one, D, a man who claimed to be a native or American Indian, turned out to be a white man, but he knew a lot of cultural things about the American Indians. And even the King of England invited him to have a talk So he's famous connecting with kings. Now that's an important fact. Later you find the questions. And E is about a girl who claimed to be a daughter of the Russian king or Tsar, and the whole family was massacred in Siberia. Now she was the only one who said that she was not killed. Now you read through that carefully, you find that is she a fraudster, a cheat, or is she really the person who escaped the massacre? Now coming now, if you have the 5 items under control, now go back to the question 4. I want you to look at page 58, question 4. Now these are the questions. Now look at question 1. Now if you look at question 1, you read question 1, you see, I have to turn and read here, right? Which person had acted as though they were younger than their real age? Now there are 5 of them. Sometimes they have to use the plural because another answer may come in here. So they said they. Actually, one person is wanted only, his or her, but they say they. So don't be caught by that. So in this case, younger is the key word. He's not really young, but he claims to be younger. If you remember, there was one guy, Frederick. He claims to be a young boy of 15, but actually he's 30 plus. He claims to be a younger person. Now you read carefully, you check, that could be your correct answer. Now you look through and check and get your answer. If you follow that without any other problems, you should get the answers quite easily. Now if you have kings, there are 2 areas where kings have been mentioned. Not the Dr. A, not the Frank Abernelli C, but D and E, because Grey Owl met the King of England and had a discussion, private discussion with him. And E is about the family of a king of Russia. And she claimed to be the remaining survivor of the massacre. The whole family was killed, but she claimed that she was not, and ran to claim, of course, the wealth and treasure of the Russian Empire. But whether she is or not the real person, that could be proven later. Now, your job is to read the question. Number 1, I have already told you. Which person claims to be younger? So you can rule out all the others except one guy who tried to go back to school and claim to be younger. Now, this is what I want you to do. Read and get a keyword from every question, number 2, 3, up to 10. I'm quite sure you enjoy doing it by looking for the answers with the keywords to guide you to look for the answers. So enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.